Hello and welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year! In my very first video of 2023, I'm going to show you how to create very quick and beautiful cards using absolutely amazing design paper pack, which is free, with Simply Cards and Papercraft issue 238. In the magazine you can find lots of amazing ideas and projects to try, but on page number 14 you can actually find my cards. If you want to know how to create them, the link is at the top right corner. On page 15 you've got my favorite ScanNCut machine, and if you want to get it, I left the link in the description down below. The free gift with Simply Cards and Papercraft is beautiful DL size embossing folder and 3 cutting dies from Lisa Horton. But when you go to Craft World, you can actually download those beautiful papers and print them as many times as you want. And when I saw those purples, I thought that would be amazing for my very first video of 2023. Please let me know if you like purple color as well. In the pack you also get some sentiments, and I'm going to use them for all my cards today. My very first resolution for this year is to create a sketchbook where I'm going to keep notes how to create shaped cards. As you can see, I already have some images here, and today I'm going to create stepper card. This one, if you want, you can take a screenshot, and we are going to do it together. So we need 6 by 12 inches white card, but if you want you can use any color card you want. The choice is absolutely yours. I think the biggest struggle is always how to decorate your card. So using my trimmer and scoring tool from my scoring board from Crafter's Companion, I'm going to create a scoring lines first. So I'm not going to cut yet. That will be my very last step. So first I'm starting with 6 inches, and then I'm going to score 1 inch along the longer sides, because these will be my steps. So if you have never ever tried a stepper card, I really hope today is the day. And I do encourage you to actually have a sketchbook like I started this year, with some cards that you want to create, maybe some layouts or whatever you want, because that will make your job so much easier if you're looking for some inspiration. Now I'm going to create all the steps for my stepper card, and I really wanted 1, 2 and 3 inches on each side. And if you want, you can also adjust this one to create steps on just one of the sides, maybe on the left or on the right. The choice is absolutely yours. Now when this is ready, I'm going to use my cutting blade and actually cut along this 1 inch line. Super quick and simple, and your card base will be done. The trickiest part will be which papers you want to use to decorate your card. So as it is my very first video of 2023, I'm going to use my totally favorite color, which is purple. So if you know me, you know how much I love this color. And when I saw this design papers, I thought, yes, this is the very best way to actually start my YouTube channel this year. Now I'm going to use my tool to actually burnish all those lines, because when you actually create stepper cards you have lots of dimension and you really have to push and burnish all the lines, and this way your card can go flat in the envelope. And what's really good about stepper cards, they stand proudly on a flat surface. So yes, you can put it on your desk or maybe a shelf. So when this is ready, I'm going to choose some beautiful design papers. And I also wonder, what is your very first New Year's resolution this year? As I told you, I really want to keep that sketchbook, but I also have few other new resolutions. One of them is to actually learn one of the softwares to encourage me to create some SVG files. So keep your fingers crossed for me, because if I learn it, I'm going to share them with you later on my channel. So now it is time to actually decorate the card, and I'm going to start with those steps. As you can see, with the panel on the right, I actually cut the bottom together with the top panel, and this way I can use both sides to decorate the steps. So I actually saved some paper to do it, and I always use my one and only liquid glue, magic glue, to use it to adjust and actually maneuver the elements. Now using that the beautiful design paper, I'm going to create a smaller panel that will go on top. And using my scissors, I'm going to beautifully distress all the edges, because why not? All the 3 cards I'm going to create in today's video are birthday cards for all my friends that have birthdays in January. If you know someone that was born in January, please give them a beautiful card. Now to decorate the panel, I'm going to use Country Lane lace frame cutting die from Crafter's Companion. I think it is so beautiful, and I'm going to use it on 3 cards, but with a small twist, and you will see that later on. At this point I thought I like it, but it's missing a little bit of color, so I'm going to use Distress Oxide ink to add the color on the edges. If you're interested in any of the products I use in today's video, I left the links in the description down below, so yes, you can check them out if you want. To be honest, all 3 cards took me exactly 1 hour to create, so they are pretty quick to make, even with the cutting, scoring, and using your Gemini or whatever cutting machine you've got. Now, using the same die, I'm going to show you a trick. So I'm going to turn over my design paper, and using my pencil, I'm going to draw an oval, because I don't have any cutting dies with oval shape. So this is the way to go if you have this kind of cutting dies. And now using my scissors, I'm going to cut it out, but I'm leaving a small gap, because that oval in the middle is slightly smaller than the cutting die, so I thought if I actually make it bigger, then it will fit even better. And I absolutely love the small frame it created. Now using my scissors, I'm going to make sure that the edges are distressed and they will match the beautiful design paper we created, but also no one will ever know that you didn't use a cutting die. So yes, you can use that trick as well. So now I'm going to use my one and only liquid glue, because it gives me that time to maneuver all those elements. And with that oval, I really needed a few seconds to adjust it. Now I'm going to add a little bit of dimension to my panel, because why not? I absolutely love double-sided foam adhesive. I really think it makes a difference in all the projects I create. If you agree with me, please let me know in the comments down below. I know I didn't have many videos like since 2023, because I really needed a break, but don't worry, I'm coming back to you with lots of amazing ideas and projects, and trust me, next week will be absolutely amazing with some challenges and also some designs I created for a new design team. So stay tuned for that, especially on a Monday and Tuesday. But I will have even more videos for you. Using my ScanNCut machine, and I actually created the name of the recipient and I cut it 4 times. What's really good about ScanNCut machine and any other electronic machine, you can use any font you want. As you can see, at this case, we've got the name Marzena, because her birthday is super soon, so I thought, yes, I'm going to give her this card. I hope she will like it. If you think she will like it, please let me know in the comments down below. And actually using your electronic machine, it really makes a difference when you want to stack your sentiments or numbers. As always, I had to add some gems here and there. And to add a little bit more interest to the name of the recipient, I'm using my clear overlay from Spectrum Noir. It really gives that beautiful shine. So the first cut is done, and please let me know, what do you think about this? Do you like this type of cut, or would you change anything? So now it is time for cut number 2. As you can see, I'm going to use a little bit of green this time as well, and I'm going to use that Country Lane lace frame cutting die, and this time I'm going to use 6 by 6 inches cut base. First I'm going to start with the top 2 back panels, and I'm going to put them together because I really wanted to see how they work first, and maybe then we can add a few more bits. So when this is ready, I'm going to put it on our card base, 6 by 6 inches, and I want it to open at the top. You can always put it sideways if you want. I thought, like in this case, I need it to be open at the top, and I'll show you why later on. Of course, I also needed to add some dimension. No one ever stops you from doing that, and it really makes a difference. So, I also wonder, what is your totally favorite color combo with purple color? For me, I absolutely love purple and green together, and with a tiny bit of white, this is such a beautiful color palette. If you agree, let me know. So now I'm going to put the name of the recipient, and again I use my ScanNCut machine to cut it 4 times, and I put those together. Super quick and easy. Using the design papers and the sentiments I use Have a Special Day. And now it's time to put those elements together on the card, and I'm going to add a little bit more dimension on the sentiment because I really wanted it to stand out on the card. Do you do that with the sentiments, or do you leave them at the same dimension with all the other elements? Please let me know in the comments down below. So when this is ready, I thought I really like this card, but something is missing. So I had a look at my stash and I thought maybe I can use some foam flowers I created last year. I still have a couple of them left, so I thought yes, let's do it. So this time I wanted a little bit of purple, but I really wanted to have a twist with the color. So as you can see, I also wanted to add teal. Because why not? I think it is just so beautiful and it goes so well with that purple and green. And at this point I thought I like it, but I need some leaves for those beautiful flowers. And I'm going to use the leaves from Marta Debicka's design papers. And if you're interested in that collection, I left the link to it in the description down below as well. And this way our flowers will be so beautiful and they will have everything they need. And what's really good about those leaves, you can actually shape them, and that gives your cut even more dimension. I wonder, have you ever created foam flowers for your projects? If you have, what is your totally favorite color palette for foam flowers? Because I usually go very crazy with the colors, so when I create them, I use all the colors I can. And to be honest, these ones you can see, I use ink blending tool to apply the color because they were totally white. So yes, you can adjust the colors of your foam if you wanted. So when these petals and beautiful leaves are ready, the cut will be nearly completed. But I also want to add a little bit of sparkle, so yes, clear overlay is the answer for this one. And to add even more sparkle, I put it on the petals on the flowers, but not every single petal. I just want the beautiful sparkle here and there. Now I'm going to use a few pearls to actually complete the card. So as you can see, it is super quick and simple, but very effective. So I used the same Country Lane lace frame cutting die for 2 cards, and for the last card I'm going to show you a trick how to make it look even different. So this time I'm going to use some leftovers I've got from the very first and the second card. And now I'm going to create the panels, and again I'm going to use 6 by 6 inches card base, and I'm going to put the back panels together, again using my one and only liquid glue, magic glue. And if you want to adhere the foam flowers you saw in my second project, you can use exactly the same magic glue, but you just have to leave your card for about 15 minutes to dry, and the flowers will be beautifully adhered. With that white, I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to use a ribbon for extra interest. So yes, you can do that as well. As you can see, I've got a very big roll of ribbon, and to be honest, I've got the whole bucket of them. So this year I'm going to use more ribbons for my projects. So as you can see, I cut that beautiful lace frame, and it is different, isn't it? So I really want you to experiment with your cutting dies this year and try to achieve different look with them. Try to cut them maybe on the side, maybe on a diagonal line, and you'll be really surprised what different effects you can achieve. So yes, if you don't have your New Year's resolution yet, maybe that will be the one for you. Using double-sided tape, that really helps to adhere the ribbon on the back. So when this is ready, I'm going to put my one and only liquid glue, magic glue, and I'm going to put the back panel on my card base. Super quick and simple. So as I told you earlier, these cards took me an hour to create. So super simple and quick, but if you struggle, create that sketchbook with some sketches or ways how to create shaped cards. That really makes a difference. Now I'm going to put that ribbon inside, and I already adhered that cutout. And using my ScanNCut machine, I created the name of the recipient, and I'm going to use birthday wishes from the sentiment set, and the cut will be nearly done. But at this point, I thought I really like those purple flowers, and I do have a leftover from one of my previous projects, which is that beautiful gold mirror card square. So I thought that will give me beautiful frame to add to the card. So I thought that would be a great way to actually make it even more special. And as you can see, I actually tucked it in behind that cutout. Super quick and simple. And now it is time to put that birthday wishes with a little bit of double-sided foam adhesive for extra dimension. And at this point, when I look at the card, I thought I really like the color palette, but the name of the recipient doesn't really stand out. So I thought, what would be the best way to actually make sure that it matches the whole card? And looking through my alcohol markers, I found that dark purple, which I think matches the sentiment at the top. So as you can see, I'm just using my alcohol marker, and I'm also going to color all the sides. So you can use either your chisel nib or the fine nib, and yes, you can go with all those small elements there, and that will make a difference. And as you can see, I've got some dimension because I cut the name 4 times using my ScanNCut machine. So if you have ever wanted an electronic machine, it is a game changer because you can design anything you want and you can personalize all the projects you want to create. So I thought that was my totally best purchase of 2022. I absolutely love my machine. So if you're interested, I left the link in the description down below. And some of the links are affiliate links, so I get a very small commission with no cost for you. So if you want to support my channel, that would be the best way. So the cut is nearly done, but we need some gems. Of course, the same lavender gems I used for the first card. And number 3 is complete. What do you think about this square card? Do you like it? And now you can see all 3 cards side by side. And I wonder, which one is your favorite? Which one would you like to give it a go? Thank you so much for watching and spending that time with me. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Have a fabulous day, and don't forget about your New Year's resolutions. Happy crafting, and see you on Monday!